we got a badass fight on Saturday night, and if you're smart enough to watch it, good for you. If you're not, too bad for you. It doesn't matter to me.
What do you think about Usman's status as a champion and kind of where he stands? Like, I see people throw out the 30% comment every chance they get to kind of hate on the guy. Do you feel like he's not getting the respect he deserves at this point in his career?
Listen, Usman's in one of those places that I've seen many guys. Usman's the guy. The 30% thing, was something that I was crazy about at that time too. Then he fought RDA, and he completely changed the way that I looked at him. And ever since the RDA fight, he's been a stud. The Colby Covington fight is one of the best fights I've ever seen in my entire career. And Usman's one of those guys. He wins tomorrow, and listen, just assuming he wins tomorrow is silly, because this fight is so good, and Burns is he's a 3-1 favorite. That's crazy. That's crazy. It just shows that people don't know who Burns really is. But where the hell was I going with that? We were talking about Usman tomorrow night. If he wins, he breaks George St. Pierre's win streak record, and if you look at if he wins tomorrow night at the Killers, he's got Colby again, which is another ridiculous fight. He's got Masvidal, he's got Leon Edwards, and I think if he continues to win like this, everybody's going to start to go, God damn, this guy's one of the greatest of all time.
You mentioned those three names. I mean, that seems like all those guys are kind of jockeying for the number one position, right? Do any of those three names stand out for the winner of this fight?
No, I mean there's still things that I think what we do now with what happened to Khamzat is, we're looking at Colby versus Leon. The winner of that fight would fight Usman next.
Interesting, because I think we all thought Colby and Jorge would be tough coaches, and that's the way things would play out. Is that not the case now, or did that change everything?
Well, in this world we're living in now, things change every minute. It's like, Khamzat fought 3 times in 3 weeks, and now you can't get the guy a fight in 3 months. So, just got to kind of roll with it. So,
are you worried about Khamzat? I mean, do we need to be concerned about his health long term?
No, I think that he didn't get. If you know this guy's mentality, probably didn't listen, probably didn't do what he was supposed to do. Definitely not getting the best health care he could possibly get. So I'm going to try to get him out here, get him with some real doctors, get him taken care of, and then, get him set again. We had a conference call with his people yesterday and Doc Davidson, so we'll get him straight.
Nice. This Colby Leon thing, is that the fight? I mean, do we count on that? Does that look like it's definitely?
No, I mean, that's what makes sense right now. That's the fight that, listen, and for a guy like Leon accepts the fight with the number 15 ranked guy who is a savage. Nobody else wants to fight this guy. He accepts the fight. The fight keeps falling out left and right. Now this happens to him. We got to go this way with Leon, not this way. So, to show the kid the respect he deserves and stepping up and taking these fights and doing what he's done, get him the right fight.
Yeah. Would you do tough with those guys, or do you want to get him fighting faster than that?
Yeah.
Fighting faster?
Yeah, fight faster, yeah. We'll figure tough out.
Fair enough. Last thing for me, what's it going to take for you to leave poor Khabib alone, man? The guy just wants to retire. let him go off.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Hey, Dana. Did we lose?
Until Khabib says, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Stop asking me. I'm done.
Otherwise, you just have a dinner like once a month.
He's not saying that, is he? Has he said that?
No, he's taking the meeting.
All right.
Did we lose Bobby Green and Jim Miller off this card?
Bobby Green just collapsed back there. Doctors are looking at him. So they're trying to rehydrate him right now.
Is that a weight cut issue probably?
Gotta be. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I don't know, but I'm assuming.
I saw earlier this week that you guys were looking at Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier, the trilogy fight. Is that the fight that makes sense for both those guys next?
They both want it. So when you got two guys, that want the trilogy as bad as those two do, try to make it happen.
Do we have any sort of time frame as to when that could happen?
No. This summer. It'll happen this summer.
Cool. And there's, just to clarify, there's probably no chance that Colby versus Leon happens on March 13th, right? Or are you going to try and make it that fight? Would Colby take it on that short notice?
Sure. I think Colby's been training anyway. I think Colby's ready to fight. I don't know, but we'll see. I mean, this thing just happened yesterday. We're still scrambling. I can't give you dates, and we're trying to figure this stuff out right now.
Thanks, Dan.
Yep.
Dana over here on your right.
Hey.
Hi. Dana, for the last year, essentially, you've been very committed. Fights at the Apex or Fight Island. Recently, you confirmed you guys are working on Singapore and going to Asia. Just with everything going on, I guess the decision to expand past these two locations that we've been used to.
Yeah, well, the one thing I also told you is I'll be first. I guarantee you that I'll be first before anybody else goes. I'll be the first one to sell out an arena or a stadium or however it plays out. But we've been talking to, obviously, Florida, who's been an absolute, stud state since this whole thing started. And now even Vegas, we're talking. So we'll see what happens. But I have the Apex, I have Fight Island, and I have, if it doesn't go that way, I'm good. We're dialed in.
Do we have an idea about the fan situation that we might see in Singapore, full capacity, half, etc.?
That I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do as far as fans. I think that if we do a full capacity fight, it'll be Florida or Vegas.
We know that we don't see it as much here in the United States, but Zhang Weili, obviously a big deal.
Or Abu Dhabi, actually. I don't know how I forgot about it. Or Abu Dhabi.
We know Zhang Weili does amazing numbers in Asia, being from the area. I want to know if you're planning to kind of stack that card. Her countrywoman, Jian Xiaonan, that fight seems to be something that could be big in China. Is that something you consider putting her on that card with Weili?
Yeah, we'll have a lot of talent, Asian talent on the card. Obviously, if we're in Asia, we're going to stack it with the proper fights for that market.
Thank you.
Yep. Good? Yeah.
Have you gotten the vaccine yet?
Have I what? Have I gotten the vaccine? Possibly. Thanks. Yeah.
Oh, I was just wondering, Gina Carano, she's been in the news lately, and I know the UFC's basically had more of a stance of letting the fighters speak their mind. I was just wondering what your thoughts were on that.
Leave Gina alone. Listen, we make mistakes. We all make mistakes, For everybody to go in on her. I love how Ariel Helwani made it all about him. It was all about him. Such a douche. But, yeah.
Any more details on the potential lightweight tournament that you mentioned?
No, we don't have anything done yet. But, if you look at number 1 through number 9, number 9 being Peniel, who was very upset last week and felt like he should be talked about, and he's right. So number 1 through number 9 is all, the baddest dudes in the world in that division. So we'll start putting those fights together soon and determine who gets to fight for the title, vacant or Khabib.
So is the tournament to determine who the champion will be for the lightweight division, or that's separate? You're going to have that determined separate.
What's the
tournament?
question?
The lightweight tournament.
Yeah.
Is the tournament going to determine who the champion is?
Yeah, it's not a proper tournament. It's we'll space these fights out and yeah, those fights will determine who gets a shot at the title or fights for the vacant title.
Cool. Thanks.
All right, buddy.